I'm about to cook up one of the most popular curries in the UK. Today, we're making the Chicken Chasni from my cookbook, The Curry Guy Bible. So let's get started. I've got some chicken here, which I've been marinating overnight. This is chicken thigh, by the way, but you can use chicken breast if you like. I like chicken thigh because it has a little bit more fat in it. It has some more flavor as well. Just gonna put those in the tandoor there to cook. We're gonna go ahead and tell you a little bit about what we got over here. So I've got quite a few different ingredients here. Now, chicken chasneys are a really good example of how British curry house curries have evolved over the years. This is a creamy, tangy, not very spicy and sweet curry that it's great for kids. It's great for those that don't like a lot of spice, but you're not going to find anything like it in India. I can pretty much guarantee you. So I've got some all my ingredients here, like I say. Make sure you try, if you're making this along with me, make sure you get everything out and ready to go before you start, because when you make curry house style curries, you're going to be cooking them in about 10 minutes. That's all it takes. So I'm going to add some ghee here to that pan and go ahead and just stir that around in there until it melts. Over here I've got my base sauce, and I do have a recipe for base sauce if you want to make that. And now, with that, I'm going to go ahead and add some garlic and ginger paste. You could add the garlic and ginger paste at any time because garlic can burn quite easily, so don't worry too much about waiting for the pan to start sizzling, be sizzling hot. That isn't as important as just making sure you don't burn anything. Just with your spoon, spread it out there in the oil or the ghee, whatever you're using. I'm going to add a little bit now of turmeric, just a pinch of turmeric, which is going to darken in this pan as I cook. You're about to see how easy this is to make, this really famous curry. I'm going to go ahead and put that, a couple of ladlefuls of the base sauce in, and we're just going to let that come to a sizzle. There's no need for me to stir the pan. I can do if I want to, but you really don't have to. You can just let it sit there and sizzle in the pan. It'll start to caramelize around the sides, and as it does, you can stir that in because that is extra flavor. I'm going to add just a little bit more of this base sauce and let it just sit there and sizzle for a bit. I'll check on my chicken here. That's looking quite good. All right. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add ketchup. These are all ingredients that you wouldn't expect to see in a curry, but yeah, they add them. This is Chasnney was first developed in Scotland, in Glasgow, and it's known as the red one. If you go out to a curry house and you ask for Chasnney, it better be bright red. And that's all done with this stuff, a little bit of a red dye. I left it out when I added it to my book. I didn't add the red dye, and I did get a few people writing to me saying that needs to be a lot redder than that. But the food coloring doesn't add any flavor to the curry, so it's up to you if you add it. Today I'm going to add it. I'm going to make it nice and bright and red like a Chasnney should be. I've got some mint sauce. That's just normal mint sauce like you'd use on your lamb for Sunday dinner. And then I've got about a tablespoon and a half of smooth mango, and that's going to give it a sweet flavor. So we got tartness coming in from the mint, we got sweetness coming in from the ketchup and the mango, and we're just going to go ahead and add all that in. And it's getting a little bit, as you can see here, if you look really closely, it's starting to really caramelize there to the sides. I'm just going to move it around there a bit. And let's talk chicken while that chicken's cooking still. To this, you can add any chicken you like. It could be chicken breast, it could be chicken thigh, like I said earlier. You could even add other things to it. So if you wanted to make yourself a lamb korma, a lamb chasni, you could make a lamb chasni. It's really up to you what you put in. You could also add the chicken raw. However, I recommend cooking it first, because if you make yourself some tandoori chicken using one of my recipes or someone else's, you'll find that it adds another layer of flavor. So it's worth doing, and that's why I'm doing it today. If you decide to add raw chicken, you're obviously going to have to cook it longer, so it's going to take not 10 minutes to cook, but probably about more like 20, and you'll be losing that extra layer of flavor that is so, in my opinion, so important. All right, so I believe the chicken is now ready. Let's get it out and let's add it to the curry. That's looking really nice. It's very hot, so I have to be careful here. We're just going to go ahead and add that to the curry there. I haven't cooked it completely blackened at this stage because I want to cook a little bit in the curry itself. I don't want if I were cooking this for use in as a starter, I'd let it char a little bit more. But for a curry like this, I just want to get it nice and make sure it's kept nice and moist on the inside. We're going to stir that all in there. And because I'm making this at home, I'm going to add a little bit more as well. Why not? You know, if you can add more chicken, why not? We are. It's very hot. So add a little bit more, a couple more pieces there. And then add a little bit more base sauce. This is looking and smelling incredible right now. And to that, I'm going to add some cumin, ground cumin. Stir that right into the sauce. And then here's the bit that some people will say, don't add that, it's bad for you, or others will say, you know, it's needed. This is the red food coloring, and I'm adding it. You don't have to, you decide, I don't care. You don't, if you do care, don't use it. Don't want anybody writing things I shouldn't be adding that because I like it. And there we are. It's turning a nice bright red now. That's looking like a Chasnney. That's looking the way a Chasnney should look right there. Nice, bright red. It's gonna taste so good once I add this cream. I'm adding probably about 70 milliliters of cream there. Look at that. Literally 10 minutes at home, and you got yourself one of the most popular curries in the UK. There you are. It's the one that I always, whenever I share a Chasnney curry on my social media, it's the one that always just everyone goes, oh, I've got to make that because it is really, really nice. And for those of you who like it a little bit spicier, go ahead and add some chilies to it. You don't have to make it exactly like the recipe. Make it the way you like it. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice now, which is going to give it a nice tart flavor. Oh, this is looking incredible. I think that's all I'll need there. And I'm going to add just a bit of salt. And that is my Chasnney finished. There you have it. Put some coriander on there. I'm going to dip my spoon in and give it a try, see how I did. That is really good. Oh yeah, a little bit more cream. You're going to love this one. Thank you very much for watching. I got a lot more videos on the way, so please subscribe if you want to see them all come out, because I will be posting regularly from now on. And in the meantime, give this Chasnney a try. I think you're going to love it. Thank you. Bright, vibrant, and milder than mini curries, yet still bursting with flavor. Chicken Chasnney has quickly become the popular alternative to classics like chicken tikka masala. It's easy, you can make it in about 10 minutes, so give it a try.